Hey everybody, Brad's out here doing a little looking around the Carson Valley River. Right now just beyond the sign of the Carson River Open Range, where the city of Carson City bought this area for allowing for public use, flood mitigation, hunting's allowed, shotgun waterfowl type hunting. And so we're out here doing a little bit of prospecting to see what we can find. Found an old entry to a mine. We're going to go check that out. And then see if we can get down to the water and see if we can find some gravel and mess around a little bit today. More of an exploration day. Not visited this area before. Kind of seeing what's out here and how far the roads go. And then maybe we come back later on depending on what we see. But we will do some pans. Just to poke around and see. I brought an old McCormick sluice plastic. Maybe we throw that in the water. Anyway, we're here just to mess around. Let's go check out this mine and then we'll get down to the water. Alright, so here we're near the entrance of the mine. If you hear some gunshots off in the distance, no big deal. That's because there's a gun range right on the other side of that hill. And here's the Carson River Valley, what it looks like. We're going to kind of head down in that direction and see. And here's our mine. See some people been doing some shooting around here. Let's see if we can turn this around. Not at the moment. A lot of people come out here and do a little bit of partying. A lot of glass. I would assume a lot of shooting. We'll watch where we step. Been spray painted a few times. It's like some smokestacks. Look at the old chain and rebar. Pretty cool. Pretty cool history. Little idea of where we're at. Probably could find it on the map by now. Gave you clues. Carson City Open Range, gun range. Mound House. Mound House is just literally right over that hill. And that's what we're out here exploring today. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's go see what we can see down at the water. Here we are down to the water. You can see people made a little campfire. Not what we're looking for, but pretty nonetheless. It probably was an old mine like right over there. Pretty straight. We're looking for bends in the river, so it's dropping gold on the inside. The river is running. Out here it runs from west to east as it heads towards Lahontan Reservoir. And so we're looking for bends, and the gold, the heavy stuff, will be deposited on the low pressure side, which will be on the inside turns. Got a little water runoff going off over there. All right, well, let's keep going down the road. So walking back to the truck, I find this. Looks like an old well. Or an old shaft. Could have just been all for water, since we're so close to the water right here. It could have just been water intake. Alright. Alright, I think we found where we're going to do a little bit of prospecting. We got a nice bend in the water here. We got a lot of gravel. We got a lot of sand. So we got heavies being deposited over here, way up in here. So if we had machinery, we would dig all this out. Of course, it's all protected, so we're just here to prospect. So you can see the high water lines of what occurred. So we've got trees here. So those trees have been there for years, so water hasn't been up that high in years and years. These aren't that old in relative terms of trees. So we've had a high water line here, we've had a high water line down there, and then again down where it's at. So everywhere there's been a high water line, there's been deposits. That's why we got heavy rock right in here. So take a look at the rock. Now, I'm not a geologist, so I don't know the names of rocks, but you can see, you know, I would say almost like a shale, but it doesn't really have the right color, but it could be the way that it's slit. This is really dark and black along here, so I'm not exactly sure if there's some iron in that or if that's some sort of fire that went along there. If we look back over here, really jagged, you can see all the angle that the rock took. Now, I don't know if that's because it's been cut away and mined, blasted. We can see a lot of rock fall here. We can see vertical lifts here. And we had a hunter. There's a guy hunting right up here, shotgun, looked like in his hand. So he's doing, he's probably doing chucker. It's not hot, it's 75 degrees right now. This is beautiful. He was out there in shorts. So as long as he doesn't fall, right? Okay, so I think we're gonna go down here. We're gonna see what we can do. Take our pan and put on some boots. All right, down here at the water's edge, you can get a good look at what the rock looks like down here on that side of the river. Now, we were to put a sluice, which I did bring one. This is a perfect area. And the water's kind of low but rushing good. We'll be able to set up somewhere up in here with our sluice box, anchor it with some rocks. And this is the area we're going to do a little bit of prospecting in, right in here. So the idea is water's coming down, it's dropping all the heavies here. I want you to take a look that they got some heavy rocks, big boulders here. As I swing around over here, you can see the line. Again, big boulders, not so big. So we had at one point, we had a flood zone down here, and at another point we had one up on this channel. So right now we're going to work on this channel here. Now, I did see some prospecting holes walking here. Looked like there was one there, one back there. So maybe there's something, maybe there's not. But we're going to get right up in this. All right, let's get to work. All right, just a little small hole dug out. And see what we get out of this little test pan, and then I'll just kind of keep bumping around. So water's flowing this way. I want low pressure in my pan when I pan it out, so I'll be facing downriver. All right, set up the McCormick. Give me some comments on how I could do things better. Maybe more in the flow of the river because it's off to the side a tad bit. Slimy little rocks. And get down here and you can see flow looks okay. I'm not exactly sure it's heavy enough to move heavy material. Probably gonna have to classify down, which would be easier. And I got the classifiers. What's nice with that McCormick is I got it with Grizzlies, so that takes the big chunks out, and then I'll put like a half-inch, maybe quarter-inch mesh on it, get it down smaller, then I'll dump it in this. And we'll run this for a while and take up the concentrates, and we'll take that home to the gold wheel. So I was trying to get out right in here. And it's just going to take a little more effort to get there. That's probably a pretty good spot, but the rocks are lower, so the sluice was too low, and I would have to build it up some. I wasn't going to venture out there. Too slippery right now. This is a little too shallow. Some of it might work, maybe like right out here. But we'll try this for now. All right, let's get some dirt in the buckets. All right, so classifier. This is how I got it set up right now. The Grizzly 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and don't forget to take your hat out when you go to classify your stuff. Woo! Dusty. Oh, Lordy. All right, let's get a bucket full and then we'll go find some shiny. All right, so I repositioned the sluice. Got better water flow in there, but it's obviously too deep because the tailings are piling up. It's not getting out. Either not enough water or too deep. And you can tell that the water is just coming in about 1/4 inch over the lip, and it's exiting 4 inches low. So that slope isn't right. Should be, that's a 3-foot sluice. Should only be about 1 inch drop. Got some more work to do. All right, did a pan back over there. I'm gonna take some buckets home and run it through, but wanted to pan a little bit. Got down to that. I don't know if that's a speck. I guess not, because it moves with the water. But then it kind of stays. Right here. Right below my thumb. So I don't know. I'll put it in the snuffer and we'll figure it out. But hopefully it's a speck. Gotta find some more specks. Well, heading back. Not successful, I guess, in terms of finding gold, flower gold, specks, but more of an exploration, like I mentioned at the top. I need some work on setting up the sluice. Probably something that has legs, so it's more adjustable independently on each corner. So I've been looking at the Keen A52S they just came out with. Gold Hog's got some stuff, probably the 2 top companies out there to get stuff from. But the area is promising. Whether or not it's just been worked over already, meaning in the late 1800s with dredges, you know, or maybe this part of the river is too far, actually be west of where the strikes, where Virginia City and Gold Creek come in. So Gold Creek comes in a little bit further. It doesn't come into the Carson River, as far as I'm aware, looking at the topo maps. It comes out of Virginia City, Silver City to be exact, and then ends up in Dayton. I like to get up in Gold Creek and see what's up there. There are some claims on it, so I have to look at that. Comstock Mining or somebody has all the claims. And I don't believe, and I'm pretty sure that Gold Creek does not run all the way to the Carson River. However, it's the right type of rock. It's black sand all over, meaning with the gravel, with the sand, pan it out, it's black sand everywhere. It's bedrock. Well, it's river rock. Not quite sure we're down far enough to bedrock. I've only got a shovel and a pick and other things, so might be looking into a little more stuff on the bank, and then so not maybe where the river was running, but more on the bank where I have the different layers of dirt, and I can see the breaks, I can see bedrock, and I can see the gravel layer that I want to get into. So do a little more research of the area, and we'll try it again. All right, so comment down below of things that I can change or improve. So I'm looking for tips on the sluice box setup. I showed you plenty of video and pictures of the area. Am I in the right area? Does it look promising? I don't have a problem giving up this area. It's public land. It's open to anybody. So just prospecting, just sluicing, nothing, no heavy equipment this way, no dredging or anything. So, all right, guys, subscribe so I can keep bringing you more videos. Hit the little bell, and that will remind you when a new video is posted. We'll do this again. I'll probably bring out the dog, bring out the kids, let them run around, and we'll probably start messing around. Some areas on my bucket list is Gold Creek, more of the Carson River. We might go up to Virginia City and talk to some of those guys up there. And I know out in Majuba, Rye Patch, it's a checkerboard out there, but there's plenty of areas that don't have claims. Don't let people fool you. They want to sell their claims for super expensive. They might have bared gold at some point, but there's areas out there that don't have claims on them, so you can get out there. So, all right, till next time. Thanks. This is Brad, out.